Guys, it's Jeremy here on Melo Music Meltdown, back with another video. Whatever today, guys, is another album review. This is going to be checking out the latest offering from the band Frantic Amber. This is their third full length, just dropped on April 4th, 2025, entitled Death Becomes Her. They formed in 2008. They're based out of Stockholm, Sweden. I'm definitely familiar with this band. I've heard their first two albums. Really good Swedish melodic death metal band. All female band as well, not just the vocalist. The entire band is female. Really, really good stuff. This album, like I said, just dropped on April 4th through Rock of Angels Records. And it's got 11 tracks in total, just under 50 minutes in length. Starting with the artwork, really cool artwork. I love their logo, very cool design. The album cover is really kind of dark and sinister looking. I love the way it looks. Really cool stuff. The opening track is just over a minute instrumental. Kind of sets the pace for what to expect coming forward in the album. It's very cinematic and grandiose and very epic sounding. And that would kind of carry, that theme would kind of carry out through the whole album. And then the second track, Bloodbath, kicks in with some super intense machine gun riffs, blast beats, high intensity, and great guttural vocals from the lead singer. And when the cleans kick in, it's this very angelic, ethereal kind of vocals, very like angel sounding, very sweet sounding compared to the harshness of the harsh vocals and the heaviness of the music. And then a lot of the songs have a ton of infusion of like piano and like cinematic elements and orchestration to really lift the song and give it that really epic feeling. The songwriting is definitely matured on this album. There's more layers to it, more complexity. And like I said, the layers of the orchestration with the heaviness, the guitar riffs are really well written on this album, really heavy and crunchy, but a lot of good melodic leads at the same time. I think the album overall is definitely more front loaded. The first half of the album up till Angel Maker number, the sixth track, in my opinion, was a perfect album. And then after that, it started to kind of lose me a little bit. The second half wasn't quite as strong. The Jolly Jane song I wasn't as big of a fan of. The lyrics in the song seemed a little bit more amateurish. It didn't quite hit the same as the rest of the songs up to that point. I think the main lyric is like her name was Jolly Jane, murder was her game or something. But it just didn't sound right. The delivery of the main chorus or the main part of the lyric didn't quite sit with me right. The song itself is super heavy and crunchy. I love the musicianship, but the lyrics kind of lost me on that one. And then Gore Candy's kind of a random track that's like 50 something seconds long. It's got a spoken word part at the beginning. It's a person yelling, saying shush, you cunt or something. And then it's like this music part for like 40 or 45 more seconds, but being so short, it doesn't really go anywhere. Kind of a throwaway track in my opinion. I'm not sure what the reason of that behind that track is personally. And then the song after that, Butcherless, was a pretty cool track. Not quite as strong as the songs in the first half of the album, but pretty decent. And then they end the album with another 3-minute instrumental. Had the same kind of feeling throughout the album with that really piano orchestration, epic kind of feel. Kind of a cool way to end the album, but I'm not a big fan of albums that finish that way. I would just rather take it off or leave it on a heavy note. But overall, my standout tracks by far, the title track is my favorite song by far. Such an epic song. There's so many layers and sections to it. It's got the really good high intensity blast beats and guitar riffs. And then it goes into this other part where it has this really clean, ethereal, angelic voice and orchestration. And then there's like another big crunchy riff kicks back in. Takes you on a journey. I love that song. Angel Maker was another one that was very similar, just over 7 minutes. Had a lot of sections to it and parts I really dug. Bloodbath was a really heavy song, really good stuff as well. Those are probably my standard tracks, and Hell's Bell was really good too. Pretty much for the first 6 songs were killer. And like I said, my tracks I didn't like as much, Jolly Jane and Gore Candy, wasn't a big fan of those songs to be honest. And I probably would have taken off the instrumental at the end as well. The production room was really heavy on this one. The guitars were super heavy and in your face. The drums were pretty punchy. Her voice was good. There's a couple parts were kind of cracked and was a little off, but overall she did a really good job on both clean and harsh vocals were really good on this album. Overall rating, I'm still going to give it a really high score, even there's a couple of tracks I wasn't a big fan of. Overall, as an album, I think it's a really well done. The songwriters matured and become a lot better than the last album. It's super heavy. The guitar riffs are really well done. Great solos, great melodic leads. Both harsh and clean vocals are really well performed. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. If it wasn't for those couple tracks at the end, it would have been a 9 easily. But just a couple of tracks kind of brought it down for me. But really solid album, guys. Definitely check this out if you're not familiar with these ladies. Like I said, all female band out of Sweden. Really killer stuff. Just a couple of the tracks I wish they would have left off, in my opinion. But overall, a really strong release. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more great content. And keep it metal.